Ah.
Hey everybody, my name is Christopher Gold, and welcome to the 10th annual toy drive. We're doing the dang thing. Um, it's going to be different this year, obviously, but some of those differences I think are going to be a lot of fun, and some of those differences we'll do our best to just get past and keep things as traditional as we can. One tradition is that I'm going to play you a song to open the whole thing up. And I've always opened, for as long as I can remember, I've opened it. The reason for that, there's a couple reasons for that. One, it calms me down to play you guys a song. The idea of just walking out on a stage without a guitar and talking to people is off-putting for both of us, I'm sure. Two, artists and their egos, like nobody wants to open the show, so I fall on that grenade. But here's something. By being willing to open my own show, I look very humble, and people thinking you're humble is fantastic for the ego. So it's complicated. Here's a song. It's called A Little Longer, and I wrote it fairly recently, just about living a life, but a life that has included this past year, and also the possible ways in which this past year hasn't really been that different from life as a whole. It's called A Little Longer, and it goes like this. Harder to love you, too difficult to quit. Sometimes I feel too much, sometimes I think nothing. Can I keep you in my heart if you won't fit in my head? Sometimes I think too much, sometimes I feel nothing. Now I'm far from where I'm headed, but a little further from where I was. Just holding on to the hope that home ain't where you're from. 'Cause they're back there dragging chains, spelling names out in the dust. And I'm far from where I'm headed, but a little further from where I was. There are harder days ahead. They keep saying it's gonna end, but they can't say exactly when. So it's just a little longer, and now just a little more. It's just another day, and the thousands that came before. Now tired is more than a feeling, and lonely is more than a word. They talk about the healing, but never tell you how it hurts. If I could keep myself together, well, I could hold up the whole world. But tired is more than a feeling, and lonely is more than a word. There are harder days ahead. They keep saying it's gonna end, but they can't say exactly when. So it's just a little longer, and now just a little more. It's just another day, and the thousands that came before. Now it's just another day, and the thousands came before. All right. So far, so good. I'm reminded this year, doing the toy drive, of an old story that I don't think is obviously true, but I heard it in a movie about this guy who goes up to the top of a very tall building in an attempt to fly. And he jumps off the roof of this very tall building, and as he flew past the open windows, people could hear him go, "So far, so good." So far, so good. Thank you for being here. The Toy Drive means a lot to me. It's something I've been doing with my wife for a decade now, which feels significant. And it has evolved quite a bit, or at least changed quite a bit. I don't think it's headed in any one particular direction, but over the years, we've had rock bands, punk bands, metal bands, country bands, a lot of solo acts from a variety of states, and all who just wanted to help out a cause that we all believe in, which I will tell you more about coming up here. Basically, this year we're just trying to raise a bunch of money to buy toys for kids spending the holidays at Harbor House, which is the domestic abuse shelter here in Appleton. So if you're on YouTube right now, there is a link in the description to a GoFundMe. If you are on Facebook in the event page, there's a link in the description to a GoFundMe. And I encourage you to give generously, as all the artists that you'll see in the next few days have. Let's get to one of those right now. First up, we have my friend Simon Balto. He has played several years of the Toy Drive and was one of the first people I asked, and first people to say yes. And I'm very excited. He's doing a new song. He's been a little quiet musically the last little bit here, but it's not like he ain't been busy. He wrote a book called Occupied Territory that I encourage everybody to check out. There will be a link to that. And it's been really great to see the impact that he's having on people. He's got a fantastic mind, and I'm always happy to have him at the Toy Drive, and I'm just happy to call him a friend. So hopefully there will be new music from him. If he has new music, I'm sure eventually it will get recorded. But, you know, he's also busy saving the world. So let's not rush him. So without further ado, please welcome my friend, Dr. Simon Balto.
Hey, y'all. Happy Toy Drive. Chicago's got its clothes out tonight. Chicago's got its clothes out tonight. These were the first words that I ever heard hers in a crowded dive bar down on 13th Street. I asked her what she meant and she just smiled. I asked her what she meant and she just smiled. That moment still remains huddled deep inside my brain to inform my understanding of her world. Love is often living borrowed time. Yeah, love is often living borrowed time. So read the tattooed text that she wore upon her chest, not as a weapon, but a simple state of fact. But still she moved into my heart late that June. Yeah, she moved into my heart late that June. And there she built a little room centered around some tulip blooms, and through the windows wide to lift the aching gloom. That summer was the hottest one I've seen. That summer was the hottest one I've seen. We laid atop the sheets, fighting hard against the sleet, so we could listen as the city breathed below. And I remember running down Broadway Street. I remember running down Broadway Street, trying to beat the rain, then laughing, dancing when it came, but knowing that the autumn chill was on its way. And it's been said that many good things never last. It's been said that many good things never last. But now I've come to know that even when a book is closed, it still was worth the time and care it took to read. Chicago's got its claws out tonight. Chicago's got its claws out tonight. These were the first words that I ever heard of hers. I think I know a little now of what she meant.
All right. Well, up next we have a relatively new friend of mine, though she did play the toy drive last year. Her name is Paige Hargrove, and she's living down in Illinois right now. And she's great. We got put on a show together, kind of in this little place in the middle of nowhere that neither one of us had ever played before, and we hadn't met. And me, my wife and son, we showed up, and when she got there, she played some songs, and I played some songs, and she played some songs. And my wife and I both really, really liked her music, and we got along with her really well. And as she was leaving, she said, "Hey, we should do this again sometime." And that's kind of a thing people say after shows. You know, it's a little bit like being on a first date or something. You say, "Oh, we should do it again sometime." And you have to wonder, like, do they mean that? Do they not? I don't know. At least I assume it's like that. I don't know. I've been married for 14 years. I don't know what dating is like. And I'm thankful every day. Sounds awful. Anyways, Paige said we should do it again sometime. And I said, "Well, hey, I have an idea." And she said, "What's your idea?" And I said, "What if you drove 4 hours from your home to Appleton, Wisconsin to play 2 songs for free for the toy drive?" And she said, "That'd be fantastic." And then she did, and it was great. And I'm a fan of hers, and I really enjoy the song that she sent. Her latest release is a song of hers called "The Getaway." It's an acoustic version that's available on Spotify and stuff. We'll put a link for it. But in the meantime, please enjoy the musical stylings of my friend Paige Hargrove.
It's a bad road, but it's nothing I haven't been down before. Yeah, how will I with daisies go, but brought the most devastating storms. I've seen the light, I've touched the feeling of you, and I crave it in and out of the lines. I tried my best not to come back, but I need to. Or maybe it's the loneliness, or maybe you're the healing kiss I need, or maybe I'm so out of my head. We're in some kind of dream. We can't fix it up or break it down. being a part of the annual toy drive. Christopher and his family have worked hard throughout the years to raise money and donate toys for the kids over at Harbor House in Appleton. I know this year looks a little different than the previous years, but I'm so grateful to be a part of it again this year. Please donate what you can. You can find more information on the Harbor House on their website, and stay safe and happy holidays.
Awesome. Up next, we have a new friend of the Toy Drive, but an old friend of mine. His name is Henry Berger, and he fronts a band called SS Web, which is an abbreviation for Steering Ships with Empty Bottles. And I love SS Web. I first met them when I was in a punk band that I was fronting, and we played some shows with SS Web. And eventually I sat in with them a few times. I played banjo on some stuff at a few of their shows. And believe me when I tell you, there was a moment where I would have left my own band to join SS Web. Not unlike, I think Stevie Nicks said she would have left Fleetwood Mac to join Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That might be the only thing me and Stevie have in common, though I suspect we both think Landslide is a really good song. So maybe there's more. I don't know. The point is, Henry is here with a song for you guys. It's one of my favorite songs that he's ever written. I just love his music, and he's a great dude. It's always good for the vibe to see him out in the world. And he makes me feel, or he reminds me how much of a dad I am, because when he's not making excellent music that I like a lot, he's skateboarding. And he posts these videos of himself learning new tricks and occasionally, hitting the ground pretty hard. And I just sit here going, watch the wrists, man. Watch the fingers, man. It's nerve-wracking. But I love him, and I'm really happy to have him at the Toy Drive this year. So please enjoy my friend, Henry Berger.
Don't know what you want, don't know what you need, don't know who you think you are fooling, don't know where you're going, don't know who you've seen, don't know what you're doing here with me. We will go down, we will go down, we will go down, we will go down. Don't care what I'm saying, don't care what I mean, don't care who you used to replace me. You don't care who you're hurting, you got no self-esteem, you don't like what you're hearing, but soon you'll see. We will go down, we will go down, we will go down, we will go down. We drank up the sunrise, toured the whole city, walked until my knees hurt, how to find the way home through small and winding streets. We'll never know just where that stream would lead, 'cause we will go down, we will go down, we will go down, we will go down.
All right, that's day one. Thank you guys for being here. Please, if you feel so inclined, share these videos with people and hit that donation link and be generous, and let's help some people out. We'll see you tomorrow right back here.